Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to the 14th of March. I haven't even been paying attention to the weather. I know it rained all night, but look at this. I like it when you don't pay attention to the weather and you get a nice little surprise and come out and go, bang, sunshine. And listen, if you guys pay attention, listen very carefully. Can you hear the machinery sound? Isn't that weird how sometimes the wind, I don't know how the sound carries, but that's the cedar mill. Yeah. You would think it was just on the other side of them trees over there. That thing's way down there. And then, and like the Cowlitz River way out there on the, in the valley, you hear the boats going up the river, and you're like, how am I hearing these boats? It's impossible.
I know, it's really weird how sound travels.
Sashi and Annie. All right, let's roll, Mama. The road's all muddy again.
Yep.
But the skies are blue. Hopefully it'll stay that way. I love it when I don't pay attention to weather and you get a nice, pleasant surprise like this morning. That's nice. Well, little woman, other than a few bouts of absolute pouring down rain, for the most part it was nice.
Yeah, we popped back out.
Yeah.
See blue, just don't look that way.
Yeah. Yeah, we went through one heck of a... There were several bad rain things. But then you could see the blue ahead. Just that kind of a springtime thing, you know.
It's a patchy kind of day.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to roll on down, Mama.
I see it watering hole.
All right. Sounds like a plan. We'll see you. Bye. Man. Look at that beauty out here right now. That's just good for the soul, you know it? Look at that. That's beautiful. I haven't brought you guys into the little BMW lounge in a while, but this caught my eye. Look at that. I want that clock. How do I get one of them? I'm sure we can probably order it. I think it's way cool. Whatever they had running is not running anymore. That's some crazy handwriting. There's that black S1000RR. Baby. Still clunking away at the old service on the GS here. Doing bevel gears now. It's kind of weird. The drain's over here, but the fill is right there. So you got to pull the wheel off. But he's gonna need some rear pads anyway. Them are getting kind of thin. But anyway, I've been kind of banging away at this thing today. These are actually fun to work on. Take some time, but they're fun. Pretty straightforward. Well, we had a little spell of rain there for a bit. Sun never went away. It was just one of those little sun showers. Look how high that sun is. Wow. 7:15 is sunset here in Toledo, or Vancouver. You guys look back in older videos, not on this channel, but on the Shawn Smoak channel, you'll see we had an element absolutely identical to that one. Same color and everything. Sure love them elements. Man, look how beautiful it is here in Toledo. It is beautiful. I don't know what happened to little woman. Got some more stuff from you kind folks, and something that I gotta pick up. Something that didn't make it in my box. Oh, look at all the flowers. Shut the door here so it doesn't drive by and knock it off. Look at the flowers out there. Isn't that pretty? I've seen some blooming on the hill here too. Are those real? Yeah, they're real. Look at that. And things are blooming in our yard as well. I think I've shown you guys this before, but this eagle used to be out there at Gaspador Park. There's old Mr. Gaspador right there. Dominic. Anyway, that eagle was out there for a long, long time. And they slowly dismantled that thing. Anyway, gotta hit the little grocery store. Kelly needs some little thing. It's always something, it seems like. Doesn't matter how often we stop, there's always something else. Well, hello there, YouTube. Hope you guys had a fine day today. It was a good day for me today. I was working on BMWs, and man, I was going 3 different directions all day today. It seemed like.
Kidding. It was a crazy day.
With customers and everything else. But the little stuff we got out of the post office there, first again from Mo in New Hampshire. You guys don't like this.
This is awesome, you guys.
Can you guys read that? That's awesome.
You are so
They sent a red
adorable.
and a black one as well.
That is cool. We got to get with him.
Now, there's one thing that's still at the post office that they must not have had an empty big box thing, and it wouldn't fit in my little box. But John from California sent this. Obviously, I'm not going to open it up so you guys can read what he said.
Such a cool
But he
card.
watches the vlogs. He's got a busted up leg, so he's kind of down and out and watching Netflix and YouTube. He says it's a good way to pass your time when you're broken. Hope you get back up and own a motorcycle quick. But he's a retired desert and Grand Prix racer, and he must go back a day or two, because look at this sticker he put on the back of the letter. It's his letter, but that's the back of it. I'm guessing probably around mid-80s.
Yeah.
Camel Supercross, maybe even early 80s.
That is cool. That is way cool.
Yeah, we used to get these stickers at the dealership, at the Honda shop. These HRC, Honda Racing Company, if you don't know what HRC is. But yeah, Camo sponsored. That goes back a day or two.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. Can't believe you had one of those stickers laying around that you could paste to the back of that envelope.
I know it.
That makes that envelope quite valuable.
Yes.
So we'll find out what the other thing is. We'll try to get that in the morning on the way to work.
Yeah.
Check that out. That's cool.
You guys
Way
are
cool.
so sweet.
I know, it's awesome. You just
It's
know
just
in
unbelievable.
between comments and those little nicky knacks that y'all send.
I know it.
Man, we gotta do something with them shirts though.
Yeah.
Keep saying that, and then
I gotta make him sit down and
sort it all out. I got so many other things I gotta get done here that
I know
are
it.
pressing. But anyway, thanks again, Mo and John. That's an awesome card. I love that sticker, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's way cool.
Heck yeah.
I love Frozables.
Frozables. Cracks me up.
I know it. He's so sweet.
I know. He picks up on those little things.
I know it.
Gotta be careful what you say, woman.
I know it. Well, he's smart.
But yeah, he's smart. That's way cool.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We should probably go.
roll in. I don't know if you have Frozables or not.
I do have
But-
Frozable.
Just came from Red Canoe because it's got a little
Red apple.
or rat apple.
Yeah. There's a couple of Frozables in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if they ain't been in there that long, it doesn't take that long to get from
Yeah.
store to here. So
No, just a few miles.
not the 45 minutes from Woodland or whatever
Yeah.
that is. 40
that
minutes.
one there is pushing it.
Yeah. Get some ice cream. It might be a little soft.
Yeah, it'd be milkshake.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll roll out on you guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. So if I have time, I'm gonna go out there and throw the battery in the DR, and I'll take you guys out there with me. So it'll be a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know what all. I don't think I recorded hardly anything today. I'm
Gotcha.
so busy.
I know, it's
So
kind of
I
crazy.
think I got some extra time, so we'll do that if there is. Otherwise,
Very cool.
we will talk to you guys tomorrow.
You guys
And,
take
yeah.
care.
We'll see you there. Hopefully it's going to be sunny.
I
We
know.
had one little spot where it rained. The sun never went out, but it was pouring down rain there for a little bit.
Oh, I know.
I looked down, I go, Ryan, it's raining out there. And he's like, what? Just pouring. It's beautiful. The sun was shining. My hands are all greasy with transmission oil, and I couldn't grab a camera or anything. And by the time I got everything cleaned up, I probably had stopped. But all right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye now. All right, since it's been a couple days since I purchased the new battery, see, as if it was going to be alive. See how I have the tinder leads on the outside of the post, or the outside of the main cables. You always want the main battery cables to be against the post of the battery. So and make sure those are good and tight. Don't go crazy, because that is a lead post. But I mean, it needs to be tight enough that you can't move the cables underneath it. Get it good and snug. About 10 Newton meters. So let me grab a 10 millimeter. And I mean, you can use a screwdriver for getting them started and seating them down, but don't use a screwdriver to tighten them down. That's the biggest mistake I see. And people use like a toolkit screwdriver that's like a number 2 or something. That's a number 3 Phillips. Use a 10 millimeter wrench to tighten those things down. When you're tightening them, you need to make sure this is as tight as it needs to be before you put the negative on. Always, when you're removing a battery, you take the negative off first, then the positive. When you're installing a battery, you in reverse. Positive first. Make sure your wiring's right. Tuck it down. Because once you have the negative on there, if you try to touch that with a wrench and you hit the frame, you're about to find out what the pure cold cranking amps of a battery is. And it's a lot. A lot. It can burn you badly. Not only that, scare the heck out of you. Or damage whatever piece of metal. If it's got paint or something on it, don't anymore. Or chrome. And then if it's chrome and you hit something chrome, that's going to be a source of the start of rusting. So anyway, let me unbolt this thing and throw the new one in. So what I like to do is use a socket or a wrench first, and then grab number 3. Use the correct Phillips, and then use the screwdriver to to fiddle with it, to take it in and out. Another thing, I did this at the store when I was still there. You'll notice that I coated and packed everything with dielectric grease. Another thing, that is not a battery that we sell at our store, ever. Not even 5 years ago when this thing was bought. So the customer must have replaced the battery. It's not something we've ever sold. But whatever it is, it lasted 5 years. But still, name brand batteries only. Don't cheap out on the batteries. And don't cheap out on the charger. Get a good, like an Optimate 3, at least an Optimate 3. Oh, well, one other little tidbit of advice, and this has happened to me before, so I speak from experience. Make sure your negative doesn't come over here and touch the post of the battery while you're tightening. This is all nice and tight, greased up, and the little excess in there, I scoop it out with a little flat blade, and then I wipe the eyes down. But anyway, I've done this before. While you're tightening down the positive side, you're not paying attention, and the negative side reached over and fell against the battery, and yep, it makes some really cool sparks. Luckily, it was my own motorcycle I done it on, not a customer's. Alright, let me get the negative side tightened down. Alright, she's in. She's got her battery stay bolted in place. And one of the things like this is a metal, battery stay that secures the battery in place. Make sure that, this is just the cap. Make sure, like your tinder lead, nothing is touching that stay. Now this boot, you can see the wires way underneath it, so even though that boot's touching, the battery cable is not touching it at all. See, it's just routing up through there. Alright, let me throw a seat and some side covers on there. I should wash. Last time I washed this thing, I didn't realize all that dirt was up underneath there, but it was. And make sure your wiring's nice and neat. Nothing. You'd be surprised. Even a battery cable going across that intake snorkel. That's a pretty small snorkel for a 650 cc engine. So a small thing in front of that could suddenly make your bike run weird, and you're wondering why. Man, it was running fine before I put the battery in. Just make sure nothing that has its nice little open spot like that. If your intake is similar to this. Alright, let's get a seat and some side covers on her. Alrighty. She's a motorcycle once again. Side covers on. Shall we test her? Oh man, look at that. Oh, I gotta have the clutch in on a Suzuki. Yep. I'm not going to start it. In fact, I put the fuel petcock in prime to fill the carburetor up. So, and then I, of course, as you know, it never ran. So I'm going to drain the carburetor here right quick into a little container. I set her aside, and I use a Moose. This is a Moose version of an Optimate 3. They're all these things are the same charger. And I got the little one over here for the iron that's on, and Street Glide and the Spyder. Got a whole slew of those things in here. But let me move things around and drain the carburetor right quick first, and we'll move on from there. There she is, hooked up and charging away. Not that it needs it, I'm just leaving it on there so she stays nice and charged. Then as soon as we get a chance, we'll take her out. So as of last Saturday, it was 6 months and 10 days, and it just keeps on adding up. But we'll get her out. And you know, I checked, the tank is full. Of course, some of it evaporated, but I keep it treated. I've been using this Honda fuel stabilizer with the it's got the additive for the ethanol. So, and it's made by Stable. It's just rebranded by Honda Pro Chemicals. Anyway, here we are. She's got a fresh battery. She's ready to go, and that'll be it for the day. So thank you guys once again very much, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow now. Thanks now.